welcome to today's General Hospital recap. Thank you so much for joining me today, and don't forget to be a beauty and hit the bell down below. Now for today's show.
Let's get right to it. At Sam's place, Jason is trying to get in touch with Julian, but Julian is rejecting calls. Curtis comes in to visit Jason. He tells Curtis there won't be any more stakeouts. Things are changing when it comes to his life. Curtis offers that he can investigate stuff for him, and then Jason tells him about the Franco visit and how he can remember what happened while he was in the coma. Anyway, he's not buying the excuse that Franco gave him for his original visit. And then Jason gets a call back from Pentonville and tells Curtis he has to take this call, and Curtis leaves. At Kelly's, Michael runs into Sam. Oh my goodness, I love Sam. I don't know why I had to have that reaction. He finds out that Jason is at home, which is great news. She can tell something is up with him though, and he asks for advice. Michael points out that it hasn't really been the same with Jason. Like, he would usually go to Jason with stuff like this, but just something is a little different. And Sam totally gets it. It's kind of been the same way with her. He's been struggling to find his way back, and Michael will find a new normal with him, just like she did. Michael tells Sam the Nell-Zach story. He doesn't think Nell's a murderer, but he thinks she's not telling the whole truth. Sam relates her story from when she first came to Port Charles. She was a con, and it was just lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. How did she turn it around? Jason. Michael wants to be that guy for Nell. He wants to be the Jason to Nell's Sam. Sam thinks that Michael needs to investigate Nell, though. He'll never be able to settle his feelings and fully help her without knowing everything, if he's always going to be doubting or like there's going to be another turn at every corner. Curtis comes in, and Sam tells Curtis that Michael is looking for a PI. She leaves and takes the food to Jason, and Michael starts to fill Curtis in on everything. So after he and Curtis sit down and he tells Curtis everything, Curtis is in, he's ready to investigate, he's good, but Curtis thinks that Michael is trying to prove that Nell is guilty, and Michael's like, no, I'm trying to prove she's innocent. But honestly, just get the facts, Michael, just get the facts, and then you can draw your conclusion from there, because if he goes into the investigation trying to prove guilt or trying to prove innocence, he's just going to find stuff that relates to one or the other. You need the whole facts, nothing but the facts. Ma'am?
That's the saying, nothing but the facts, ma'am. You're not ma'am.
We don't use that word in this
saying,
house.
Thank you for the facts, ma'am.
Thank you for the facts, ma'am.
He doesn't say it like that.
He could. Back at Jason... Back at Jason and Sam's place, Jason's on the phone, and he goes, you're not going to regret it. Oh, I did theater. Jason's on the phone, and he's like, you're not going to regret it. And then Sam walks in, and he hangs up the phone. What was he possibly talking to Julian about? What could he regret? What? What's going on? My eyes looked really weird. Okay, that's just freaky. I think I have, like, really large under eyelids, because I always get heaviness under my eyes. Like... Anyway, this isn't a recap about my eyelids, everyone. Oh, the teleprompter just kept going.
Maybe you have Betty Davis on.
Sam bought all the food from Kelly's and brought it back. He is going to be going to New York, though, apparently. And she's like, no, you're not. You're not. You just got out of the hospital. She's like, you can't go gallivanting around New York City. And honestly, I say gallivanting. And I'm pretty sure I've said in the past that I'm going to go gallivanting in New York City. So, I just feel a special connection with this moment right now. Oh, and by the way, Sam's going to go with him to gallivant. Okay. At Crimson, Nell comes back with Nina's coffee. She did wind up going all the way to Perks, but Nina knows something must have happened down at the restaurant. Nell says she faked it, but she doesn't think she's gonna make it. Nell left before things got heated with Michael's family. Nina can tell Nell is doubting whether she believes Michael. Nell is gonna get some work sorting stuff done. Something from the Morgan Corinthos Foundation is in the mail. It's been almost a year, which is just, I can't believe. Nina thinks Michael's family is more defensive than usual because it's going to be the year anniversary of Morgan's death. Nell says that Bobby and Carly did find out about something, and they think she's a Black Widow, or she doesn't say that, but that's the gist of it. Nina doesn't want to know details, though, because Nell would just be, you talk about stuff like that, you automatically get defensive. Nina had baggage too, so she gets it. Carly and Bobby are skeptical of her. Nina tells Nell to show them that she's not a threat. focused on the present. That's how Nina changed some people's minds about her. Nell furiously types something on her computer, and then she calls someone and asks for help. I have no idea what that's about, to be quite honest with you. At the chapel, Sunny and Carly had a meeting for the Morgan Corinthos Foundation that does outreach, and now they're headed here to kind of decompress a little. They're realizing it's been almost a year, and how has it been almost a year? Griffin comes in. Sunny says he doesn't look too good. Sunny asks how Russia was, and Carly didn't know all this Russia-Ava information that Sunny does, apparently. Griffin says that she was in danger. Okay, she was. And she's back home now. Sunny's like, let me guess, she's whole now. She's a whole different person. And Griffin's like, actually, she's not. She's still working on it. So, ha 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 ha. Well, he doesn't go ha 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 ha, because that's not priest-like, but that's how I interpret his inner thoughts. They tell him it's been about a year since Ava took their son from them. Griffin says they have to agree to disagree when it comes to Ava, which is going to be one of his biggest regrets, I tell you right now. I could see the writing on the wall. Because whether she wants to or not, Ava winds up hurting the people that care about her. But in any event, Griffin says that Ava sacrificed her own healing to save a stranger. Do with that as you will. Carly says that Ava is toxic. Good luck with that. Caught Olivia and Dante. Ava murdered a woman named Connie in cold blood. But hey, he could be right. Ava could be an angel now. What does she know? And Griffin says he'll say a prayer for Morgan tomorrow. And in my head, though, I'm like, yeah, but you wouldn't need to if it weren't for Ava. Carly immediately regrets doing what she did. She didn't want today to be like that. You know, she wanted today to be a day about healing and just acceptance. But, you know, how can I blame her? She got no justice for Morgan. She can't even sit back and go, well, at least the person who did this is in jail. So then Sunny and Carly talk about how they, you know, pictured what Morgan would have done with his life. Sunny thought Morgan would maybe turn Perks into a franchise and, like, put it on the map. And she saw Morgan as more of a spontaneous traveler helping people around the world. And both are just, like, really nice, good visions that I hope they can take some comfort in. At General Hospital, Franco is moving back into his art room. Liz tries to help him and drop stuff, so all in the family, I guess. Just like her son. He's been sketching the twin painting over and over and over and over and over again. And he's like, oh, this is for Dr. Maddox who bought it, you know, to show him the process of the work. And she's like, except these are new. These weren't the process. And she asks why he's so obsessed, and he needs to tell her something. There's more to the story. So he takes her aside, which kudos to him for not just having this conversation out in the hallway. He talks about the visit with Jason, lying about the picture, and he tells her that Jason had a twin. That's who the other boy was, and the whole story. He tells her the whole story with Betsy and all of it. He's afraid of things changing between both of them, and he thought maybe her knowing this might change things a little bit. And Liz thinks that he needs to tell Jason, and Franco's like, it won't make a difference, though. There's not going to be any, like, reunion or anything. Plus, he just woke up from a coma, so the last thing you need to find out is you used to have a twin that you'll never know. He thinks the Quartermains would go after Betsy, and he also thinks that Elizabeth is in a big hurry to protect Jason, and she says that she's protecting him, not Jason. She doesn't want him harboring another big secret about Jason, and he wants things to just settle a little bit. Also at the hospital, Jason and Sam are there to come in for a follow-up appointment just to check if he's okay before their gallivanting journey around New York City. They talk to Griffin and ask him about his call from Russia. He called from really far away. And Jason's like, yeah, I answered, and you asked, who is this? And Griffin's like, I never called you from Russia. I never did that. He asked when it was, and they say it was yesterday afternoon. Then who was it? My goodness. Oh my goodness. Be still my beating heart. On the boat, Jason asks if it's 2017. Same. He checks the date on the phone. It has been 5 years. Same. He asks Huxley to unlock the phone. He'll untie him, but don't try anything. He could kill him without meaning to because he's a little lost right now. And Huxley is like, yeah, I'm not going to try to go after you. Like, we're good. We're good. So Jason is looking for more dates, timestamps. Huxley's talking about something in the background with his estate and this, that, and the other thing. And he asks, what about the date? Like, what are you looking for? And Jason says he ran into trouble and lost track of time. He was checking for fake data. The date is legit. Like, he was looking back at emails and stuff like that to make sure that this wasn't a plant. And then he's, like, kind of sitting back, like, oh my goodness. Like, how do you process something like that? And now, end scene. Michael wants Curtis to prove her innocent of murder, but maybe there's something else going on. He can't help her if he's in the dark and she's not telling him stuff. And Curtis says that it seems like he's looking for trouble. The police aren't asking questions, so reopening this could do something. And Michael's like, no, let's go ahead with this. He only wants facts and he'll take it from there. Nell finishes her cryptic phone call that I have no idea what it's about. Something helping her do something. So what? Is she gonna erase her identity or hide some stuff? Like, what's going on here? Carly and Sonny hope to make Morgan proud and that they were really proud of him. Sam settles on maybe wires got crossed, but Griffin is thinking. Sam and Jason go for their appointment. Griffin asks the nurse to get him Sam Morgan's cell phone number, and he checks it against the number on his phone and it matches. Sam and Jason run into Franco and Liz says they need to tell him something. Jason in the boat, Russia, wants to leave the room, and Huxley's like, no, we can't leave the room, you're gonna get us caught. And Jason's like, well, I need to think, and I need to be outside. And Huxley's like, you can think in here, I'll be quiet, it's okay. And Huxley's like, look, you've obviously had a big shock, you're not in your right mind. And he's like, no, you're right, I'm not in my right mind, and goes, and leaves the room anyway. Oh, Jason, what you doing? What you doing? That is it for today, October 9th, General Hospital recap. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, go check out Patio Chat. The video will show up here, and if you want to watch both Patio Chats, they'll both be up here. And also, me and Cassie filmed a favorites video for September, so that'll be here too. So yesterday's 2 Patio Chats and a Cassie. Whew, we're really filling up that end screen. See, I discover something, and then amazingness occurs. Alright, and I hope you enjoyed our little background here. So this is going to be like the inside background, but it's going to change up a little bit. As you can see, I have my big 6-foot-tall nutcracker. I collect nutcrackers. Something you probably didn't know about me. And then I have these 2 here, and I have a green one here, one that's still in the box over here, and there's a tiny one somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's over there. What?
There's a tiny one hanging from the nutcracker.
There's one back. Oh, is there?
Yeah, from its skull.
Oh yeah, there's another tiny one right there. And then I have a zebra one on top of the refrigerator. And I think there's another one in the kitchen. What I'm trying to tell you is I could probably do a whole video about all my nutcrackers. And maybe I'll do that around the holidays. Alright. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. Okay, bye.